League on Sportsnet presents the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
What a story these Montreal Canadiens have put together. Just watch it and enjoy it.
Suzuki, fights, shoots, scores! Ça va bien, Montreal! Turning magical, and we see it say, everything you want to dream away. We are legends every day. That's what you told me. I feel my heart beating. I feel my heart underneath my skin. I feel my heart beating. You make me feel like I'm alive again. Alexander the greatest to ever do it.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a stick. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing. Welcome to Washington. Thank you, Coldplay. It was 15 days ago that Alex Ovechkin, Old Man River, dove into a fountain of ice, 895. A lot of these fans were on hand for that. 5 days ago, the Montreal Canadiens accepted that famous torch. Going at it tonight in D.C. There's Winnipeg. The line dance now has become a conga. Fantastic spirit for the St. Louis Blues. We'll have that coming up on CBC in about 29 minutes. Harner Ryan Singh, John Garrett, Scott Oak, Sean Reynolds are all over in the bullseye of the nation. Then we'll head off to Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusk, Gene Principe on Sportsnet, like this game, Sportsnet, for the Los Angeles Kings and Edmonton Oilers for the fourth year in a row. The Stanley Cup Playoffs on Sportsnet, presented by Instacart, and we welcome you on this Easter Monday. And I will say, for those mourning or grieving the loss of Pope Francis, blessings to you from us. Kelly Rudy's next to me. Derek Lalonde is joining us as our special guest analyst. Elliot Friedman and Kevin Bieksa. You did some research overnight. This is good.
I did?
Yes, on how many Canadians have 10 goals or more.
Well, no, I did this weeks ago, Ron. I'm very prepared. So if you look at Montreal's lineup here, obviously Demidov's playing his first ever playoff game. He played 2 regular season games, so he's only got 1 goal. Every other forward has 10-plus goals. So you're talking about a really deep team up front. None of the D had over 10. Hudson obviously had 62 points or 60-something points. I didn't do that much research. But the scoring up front is going to be spread out.
Yeah, look for D-zone assignments from Marty. I think you're going to see Dvorak and Evans take some D-zone face-off, freeing up Suzuki and Newhook, like we talked about earlier, for some O-zone face-offs. We'll see how that flows for them.
And Derek, I know you love the third and fourth lines talked about in the pregame, but I'm thinking Josh Anderson, man, he's going to have an impact with that forecheck. And you look at the Capitals lineup and a lot of things that are interesting here. I still look at the goaltenders, though. Thompson and Lindgren. Somebody's going to have to get hot and play like they did before the Four Nations.
The capital size, Tom Wilson. How is Montreal going to handle that? Dubois, if Dubois is as he can be, how is Montreal going to handle it? That's what I'm looking at here.
Washington, as far as I know, I don't think you can correct me, Newsy. Only team that has 2 defensemen on their top power play unit. Chychrun and the big righty.
You won't see that.
Yeah, Chychrun had 20 goals this year.
Not in the top units. You'll see that in some second units, absolutely, but not top units.
You never see that anymore, so let's see how that
It's a big thing, Kevin, the penalty kill. When Montreal upset Washington way back in 2010, the only other time these two teams have met in the playoffs, 33 points separated them during the year. It's only 20 this time around. But the PK for Montreal, 33 power plays they faced, and they only gave up 1 goal in the entire time. Halak was great, a real stunner. Hal Gill, they blocked 41 shots in Game 7, Montreal.
Is Montembeault going to be Halak?
Was Craig Ludwig playing in that game?
He hasn't played him a lot, you know. Montembeault's only, I was saying, over 4 years, he's faced them 6 times. His record is 2-3. Save percentage, 93. So it's not huge.
Right.
Whereas like Kemper over in the LA series, facing Edmonton, has a 13-4-4 record and a 924 save percentage. He's really
Montreal
good.
has the edge in that here, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not how old you are, it's how you are old. Even though they're just 53 years old, the Washington Capitals, as mentioned, 34 trips to the Stanley Cup playoffs already. The Habs, 116 years old, a lot of history taken to the ice. We'll hear from Sean McKenzie in a bit. Game 1, enjoy.
Montreal Canadiens fans, welcome back to the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's only been 4 years since that improbable run to the Cup final back in 2021, but that felt different, strange for a few reasons. Maybe it was the empty buildings that robbed us of what a playoff run in Montreal should feel like, and maybe, we didn't know it at the time, but maybe it was the fact it was the end of an era, the last time we saw 2 Habs legends suit up together. What we did, though, see is a peek into the future that has now become the present, the beginning of the connection between Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki. Add in Lane Hudson and Yvonne Demidov, and tonight we see a new era of Montreal Canadiens back on the big stage. If the Habs were the feel-good story of the year, the Capitals, well, they might have been the biggest story of the year, specifically Alex Ovechkin and the chase for $8.95. Every time he was on the ice, we watched in awe as he filled the net with pucks. And here at Capital One Arena, all eyes were on the top of section 119, the perch, the Ovechkin goal counter. That is what it looked like in the regular season. Here in playoffs for Game 1, it is gone. No trace of it. A sign that this is the time of year where no one is looking for personal milestones. It is all about the chase for the cup. Puck drop coming up, but first, the national anthems. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Capitals and RT welcome Second Lieutenant Caitlin Mather, and to all of the men and women serving in our armed forces who are in attendance tonight, we thank you for your service. And now, to perform tonight's national anthems, please welcome the pride of D.C., Bob McDonald and Caleb Green.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
After 3 years without the playoffs and a dedication to a rebuild, the Montreal Canadiens find themselves enjoying the moment, celebrating the future, and hoping to build towards replicating its glorious past. And it starts tonight in a familiar story from 15 years ago against the conference winners, the Washington Capitals. Starting goaltenders for tonight, Samuel Montembeault at 31 wins in the regular season. He makes his long-awaited playoff debut tonight. Logan Thompson had 31 wins for Washington. 4 career playoff games with Vegas, he's 2-2. Alexander Ovechkin wrote himself in the NHL history books this year with his eye now on the ultimate prize he last captured in 2018. Ivan Demidov makes his playoff debut tonight, highlighting the youngest team in the playoffs this year. Will it be a series for the old dog or some new tricks? This is what you've been waiting for. It's the incredible ride towards the ultimate prize, the Stanley Cup. Bring it on. Here we go. Draw one by Dvorak, away from Strome. He'll get it back for Matheson, and it's Carrier that'll get it to center.